Hey everybody, I've gotten some requests from several different people that you guys are interested in some kind of light cardio, something lower impact, and something that you can pretty much utilize anywhere. Perhaps if you don't have a gym membership and you're not really much of a runner, which is understandable. The first thing that I want to hit on though is we all have these really clean-cut ideas of what cardio is. I know a lot of people have very specific things in mind, whether it be running or perhaps getting on a cardio machine and just hammering it out for 30 to 45 minutes, and that's their idea of cardio. But the great thing is that you can get cardio or cardiovascular benefits in so many different ways. Essentially, if you're working out and your heart rate is up and you're out of breath, guess what? You're getting cardio. That's one of the main reasons why I hit you guys with a lot of really intense lower body quick mini workouts, is because those are your biggest muscle groups, and you'll notice when you do really intense things with the legs and keep yourself moving, you're out of breath and your heart rate stays up. So you're getting cardio at the same time that you're getting the strengthening and toning benefits there. So that's why I'm such a huge fan of lower body stuff, because it kind of doubles for all kind of multiple benefits. But there are still a lot of things you can do at home that have that effect very specifically as far as getting your heart rate up, and they're also on the lower impact side. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some ideas as far as a couple things that you can do, and it's great to intermix these exercises that I'm going to show you with slower toning exercises. So honestly, a really great at-home cardio workout would be to utilize the song format that I've given you in the total body workout, which I'll link down below if you missed it, and then have 1 minute here and there be nothing but one of these cardio exercises. So say do a minute of something with legs, and then do a minute of cardio, and then a minute of something with arms, and then a minute of cardio, and just kind of mix in those cardiovascular minutes throughout the workout and just keep yourself moving, and it works out fantastically, I promise. A couple of simple things. Arm swings are great. I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips though on arm swings. Something that I see often is people that lower the chest down and then they also take their time and pretty much just lift the weight overhead. That's not really an arm swing. You're more doing a deadlift with bad form, and then you're doing a front arm raise. So an arm swing is what it sounds like. You really are just letting the arm swing as a result of the power coming up through your legs. So you want to keep your chest lifted to the front the entire time. All of your weight goes back, all of the weight in the heels. So your butt goes back. As you power up through the legs, your arms and that weight just naturally swing forward as a momentum result of that power in the legs. So you want to always start out by just dropping down, coming up, letting it swing forward, and you're just pushing the hips and powering the legs up, and the hips kind of push forward. So the butt's going to the back, and then you're pushing the hips forward, and that weight just swings as a result. And you're keeping all of that strength in the back of the legs and your glutes, and you shouldn't feel it in the knees. I know people are so scared of squats and lunges because the knees. If you really engage your glutes, it pulls that tension off of the knees. It pulls it back, and you should feel very, very little in your knees. Your knees should feel light and flexible and free. You don't necessarily have to go down that far, and you can still do the same thing. It's fantastic. You can also do simple air rope. You don't have to have a jump rope. In fact, it's easier sometimes to not have a jump rope if you're somebody that trips over it a lot like me. So it doesn't have to be high intensity either. Keeping your glutes really strong, keeping yourself light on the feet. You don't even have to come up high. You can keep your toes pretty much in touch with the ground if you're worried about impact, and just little movement up and down. You can just come up onto the toes and lower the heels back down, and you're not even really jumping, and that also keeps it low impact on the knees. Fantastic for just using your body weight. If you're somebody that cannot do jump lunges, which there's quite a few of you out there that can't, it is a really high intensity exercise, and it's also high impact if you don't really have the strength to move through the proper form. So something you can do to modify jump lunges and make it a little bit more in your control, take a little bit of the impact off of the landing, is using a chair. I'm going to show you guys several things that you can do with the chair that simplify things a little bit and make them lower impact. But keeping the shoulders right over the wrists, and you're just going to kind of do a jump lunge and push off this heel. So whichever heel is placed closer up front, drill that heel in the floor. So you're using glutes on that side. Keeping your core really, really strong, light feet, and keep that power in the legs. And you can also do mountain climbers, very similar to that, where you're drawing the knees forward, and by keeping yourself in the elevated position, it's a lesser than version. It's not quite as difficult, so it's more doable for you guys out there. And you can also do just tapping the toes up front. If mountain climber, even though you're elevated, is still just a little bit much, you can just tap the toe forward, tap, tap. Take it out to the side a little bit, turn it into a little bit of kind of like a spider format, and use the obliques and the sides of your waist and also your transverse abdominals a little bit more too. You can do a step ups. Keep your heel really planted on the chair. Step up, come down, alternate, go to the other side. There are tons of things like that where you really are just keeping your body moving, really utilizing your lower body muscles, and you feel it keeping your heart rate up. That's cardio for you. So hopefully this is helpful and amps you guys' workouts up just a little bit more, taking it to the next step. So I appreciate you guys so much. Hope you have an awesome, blessed day and an awesome remainder of the week, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.